Remarkables Resort has some of the steepest technical terrain in New Zealand and has hosted Freeride World Tour events. The resort also has a good mix of green and blue trails along with an extensive array of park features off the Sugar Bowl Express. The Remarkables does well to separate skiers and boarders into separate zones on the mountain, with most areas serviced by high-speed 6-seater lifts. The resort has nearly 1,000 skiable acres and receives on average 290 centimetres of snow each year.
There is a large main building at the base with all amenities and easy access to the high-capacity express lifts. Sugar Bowl Express takes skiers to some excellent terrain parks but also a mix of beginner and intermediate trails. The Curvy Basin lift delivers intermediate terrain while Shadow Basin gets to the advanced trails. Some of the advanced terrain, accessible when conditions permit, does require a shuttle ride back to base. There is a learning area at the base, and the Alta lift introduces beginners to some gentle green and blue trails. The Remarkables has terrain to challenge all skier abilities, serviced by modern high-capacity lifts.
Getting to the Remarkables is roughly a 45-minute drive from Queenstown or 90 minutes from Wanaka. The first 10 kilometres of the drive up to the resort is sealed, but the last 3 are unsealed. There are bus and private transfer options from both Queenstown and Wanaka. We'll provide a separate video with more info on this.
The Remarkables base area is compact with key services and facilities, plus a few restaurants and cafes. The ticket office, ski school, rental and lockers are all provided in the main base. If you want to stash a backpack, there's a large mesh safety fence decorated with carabiners towards Sugar Bowl Express. There is no on-mountain lodging.
If the weather is good, the ice bar near the top of the Curvy Basin Express provides some on-mountain refreshments and après vibes, but everything else is down at the base. You can also take packed lunches to eat inside or outside the main building.
Let's get to the skiing. The resort does well to separate skiers of different abilities, but everyone is funneled back to the main base to access the lifts. For the beginner, there is a large, dedicated learning area right at the base, while the Alta lift provides access to gentle green trails like Alta Green and Turquoise. Alta Blue provides a slightly steeper pitch on a short run that is perfect for building confidence. Beginners ready to venture out of the learning zone should take Sugar Bowl Express for access to Castaway, a long winding green. Serpentine and Crossfall provide more challenging rolling trails that are enjoyable. This part of the mountain has the main terrain parks, so it can be quite busy with skiers of all abilities.
For the intermediate skier, the Curvy Basin Express provides access to some blue trails that are great for warming up the legs. Sugar Bowl Express delivers you to some longer blue trails and a few reds that have steeper pitches, but can be busy with beginners and park rats all using this part of the resort. Shadow Basin Express provides access to some longer and steeper terrain that tends to be a little less crowded. The upper section of Calypso is fun, but the lower part is a cataract out of the basin.
The technical terrain is primarily off the Shadow Basin Express. This is the go-to lift for advanced skiers. There are a few steep trails off Sugar Bowl Express, but they require a hike to access. The northerly aspect of the trails down to Lake Alta ensures the snow on trails like Escalator holds up well. The pitch on these trails is steep and challenging, but keep your speed at the bottom for the run out around the lake. The highway is a traverse providing access to some excellent terrain. Expressway to Shady Lady are short, punchy trails, also with a run out at the bottom, so keep your speed to get to mid-steeps.
Mid-Station Bowl and Waterfalls cop a lot of sun, but are enjoyable trails when the snow is good. Due to poor snow conditions, we were not able to access the homeward run or outward bound part of the resort. This terrain looks great, but requires a bus ride back to the base.
A few things to be aware of for the Remarkables. The resort has snowmaking facilities along most of the main trails, ensuring beginner and intermediate terrain is open. The Sugar Bowl Express queues can get big, as this lift provides access to the main park areas, plus a large part of beginner and intermediate terrain. With all lifts and facilities at the main base, lower parts of the trails like Crossfall and Alta Green can get congested.
Most of the resort is north-facing, so great for soaking in the sun on a cold day, but the snow can be sunbaked and slushy, especially in afternoon spring conditions.
It is worth noting the road up to the resort is not sealed for the last 3 kilometers, so conditions can vary significantly. In good conditions, it's a relatively easy drive, but the road is exposed and winding, so that can be very different in snow and fog. If you are driving, a four-wheel drive with all-weather tires is advised, and chains are often required by resort management. The upper car park fills up quickly, so expect to be placed in the lower car parks and hike or ride the shuttle up to the base.
Note conditions can change quickly, so be prepared to call it early and get down off the mountain, or you can get caught in a slow and lengthy drive back to your lodging.
In our opinion, the Remarkables provides a mix of terrain that will keep skiers of all abilities entertained. Beginners will need to mingle with the park crowd and level up to blue trails when venturing out of the learning area. There is a mix of blues and reds for the intermediate skier, and some long and steep trails that advanced skiers will enjoy.
The Remarkables has something for everyone, making it a great resort for groups, and the central base means it's always easy to find your friends. Check out our trail and lift videos to get the most out of your visit to the Remarkables.